Dilios, a hoplite in the Spartan army, recounts the story of King Leonidas I from his childhood to his rise to kingship, detailing his training in the Spartan child-rearing system and the legendary Battle of Thermopylae. The story begins when a Persian herald arrives in Sparta, demanding earth and water as a symbol of submission to King Xerxes. The herald insults Queen Gorgo and urges Leonidas to submit, but the Spartans retaliate by throwing the envoy into a bottomless pit. Leonidas then presents a plan to the ephors, proposing a strategy to defeat the Persians by luring them into the narrow pass of Thermopylae, where the Greeks' heavy infantry can overpower the Persians' lighter forces. However, the ephors warn him against war, as the Carnea festival is approaching. They consult the oracle, who decrees that Sparta must honor the Carnea. As Leonidas angrily leaves, an agent of Xerxes, accompanied by the traitorous Spartan politician Theron, secretly rewards the ephors for their support. Despite the ephors denying him the right to raise the Spartan army, Leonidas secretly assembles 300 warriors. Theron and the council challenge him, but Leonidas proceeds with his plan, soon joined by a few thousand Arcadians and other Greeks led by Daxos. The Greek forces march to Thermopylae, where they witness a storm sinking many Persian ships. The Spartans then scout a large Persian camp and begin constructing a wall, using the bodies of slain Persian scouts as mortar. Soon after, Leonidas meets Ephialtes, a deformed Spartan whose parents fled to save him from infanticide. Ephialtes offers his help, warning Leonidas of a hidden goat path the Persians could use to outflank the Greeks. Though sympathetic, Leonidas rejects Ephialtes, as his deformity would jeopardize the phalanx formation. The battle ensues after the Spartans refuse to surrender their weapons. The narrow pass works to their advantage as they repel wave after wave of Persian forces. Xerxes personally approaches Leonidas with an offer of wealth and power in exchange for submission, but Leonidas refuses and mocks the Persian warriors. Xerxes then sends in his elite immortals, including the monstrous Uber-Immortal, but the Greeks remain victorious. On the second day, Xerxes deploys even more forces, including war elephants and an armored rhinoceros, but to no avail. Meanwhile, a vengeful Ephialtes defects to Xerxes, revealing the secret path in exchange for gold, women, and a uniform. The Arcadians retreat when they learn of his betrayal, but the Spartans decide to stay and fight. Leonidas orders the wounded Dilios to return to Sparta to inform their people of their stand. Back in Sparta, Queen Gorgo pleads with the Spartan council to send reinforcements to the 300 Spartans making their final stand. Gorgo turns to Theron for help, but he rapes her in exchange for his support. The next day, he betrays her, attempting to discredit her by accusing her of infidelity. In retaliation, Gorgo kills Theron and exposes a bag of Xerxes' gold in his robe, revealing his betrayal. The council, now aware of the treason, agrees to send reinforcements. On the third day, the Persians, guided by Ephialtes, use the secret path to encircle the Spartans. Xerxes' general demands their surrender once more, but the Spartans refuse. Dilios kills the general, and in a fit of rage, Xerxes orders his troops to attack. Leonidas throws his spear at Xerxes, striking his face and proving the god-king's mortality. Leonidas and the remaining Spartans fight bravely to the last man, before they are finally overwhelmed by a barrage of arrows. Dilios concludes his tale before the Spartan council. Inspired by the sacrifice of Leonidas and his 300, the Greeks unite under Spartan leadership to form an army.